James Foster joins us to reflect on what has been a disappointing season for Essex. He joins us just after the final match of the season against Surrey, but you've still got a couple of benefit matches to come, James.
Yeah, thanks for the plug. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's been a frustrating year, no doubt about that. It's weird because we've played some really good cricket at times, but we've got nothing to show for it, and ultimately we just weren't consistent enough in all forms of the game. I guess the real disappointing thing was probably maybe our 2020 form. You know, that's been something which we've always been there or thereabouts, and not to qualify was a real shame, obviously for the lads, but for the club and the supporters. But the season's done now. We can have a time to reflect. We've got a meeting next week. But we've got a couple of cheeky little games, one on Monday at Wanstead Cricket Club and then one on Sunday against Upminster. So it's a good chance for us to have a little run around.
Yes, indeed. For you personally, a taxing year because not only your duties as captain of the Essex side, but you had your benefit as well. And I know everybody says that it's very, very demanding. But, I mean, you've certainly conducted yourself very responsibly as leading the side. It hasn't impacted on your game at all. But, you know, has it taken its toll?
No, not really. I mean, you always hear about that. You speak to previous beneficiaries. People say they have a tough year, and I was kind of expecting that. But I guess that's been the beauty with regards to the benefit year I've had, is that I've only had a handful of events. I haven't had too many. It was important for me that to do my job here at Essex and hopefully do it well. Okay, you know, as a team, we haven't quite performed. But I guess personally, you know, I feel I've had one of my best seasons with the bat. You know, and I always want to try and keep my standards high, and you know, there's something for myself to look at in the winter, but you know, I'm still looking to improve my own game personally. But my role at the club, it's not just an individual thing. I've got to look at the whole team, and like I said, we've got a meeting next week and look at various areas to work on, improve, because you've got to evolve in this game, as you find. If you're happy with a certain season, you know, teams will go past you if you just stand still. We've got to look ahead and see if we can improve as a unit.
Yes, indeed, and I suppose there's a lot of work to be done by you and Paul Grace, and perhaps bringing in one or two new faces next season to freshen up the squad and perhaps take us that further step forward that we need to be. We're perhaps bordering on the edges of being a very, very competitive side. Just need that extra cutting edge, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, we've the season's done now, so we've got a chance maybe to look at the squad. But you know, I do feel we've got a pretty good nucleus, and I think pretty much it's going to be give or take the same team going to be playing here this week as it will do, you know, most of next season. So there's not going to be any massive wholesale changes, and we've just got to be a little bit smarter, I think, as a unit in all areas, bat, ball and field. At times we probably make too many sloppy mistakes continuously, rather than learning, but probably being a little bit slow this year in learning from these mistakes. But it's something which we've got to address, and we'll just have to wait and see.
James, have a great winter. Thanks for what you've done on behalf of Essex Cricket during this summer, and we look forward to talking to you next season about the number of successes that you're leading the club to. Thanks again.